Hello students, let us continue chapter 4 in chemistry, carbon and its compounds. In last video, we have discussed about homogeneous series and nomenclature of organic compounds. Today we are going to discuss our new and the last topic of this chapter, soaps and detergents. To understand this concept, let us have an activity. Activity 4.10. Take about 10 ml of water each in 2 test tubes. Add a drop of oil, say cooking oil, to both the test tubes and label them as A and B. Now, to the test tube B, add a few drops of soap solution. Now, shake both the test tubes vigorously for the same time period. Can you see the oil and water layers separately in both the test tubes? Immediately after you stop shaking them, leave the test tubes undisturbed for some time and observe. Does the oil layer separate out? In which test tube does this happen first? So let us discuss about the observation. Here, the separated layers of oil and water are visible immediately in test tube A, but it takes some time to separate the layers in test tube B. This activity demonstrates the effect of soap in cleaning. Most dirt is oily in nature, and as we know, oil does not dissolve in water. The molecules of soap are sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acids. So the ionic end of soap interacts with water while the carbon chain interacts with oil. The soap molecules thus form structures called micelles, and where one end of the molecules is towards the oil droplets while the ionic end faces outside. This forms an emulsion in the water, and the soap micelles thus helps in pulling out the dirt in water, and we can wash our clothes clean with the help of soaps. Now let us discuss the structure of micelle. Micelles. Soaps are molecules in which the two ends have different properties. One is hydrophilic, that is, it interacts with water, while the other end is hydrophobic, that is, it interacts with hydrocarbons. When soap is at surface water, the hydrophobic, that is, tail of a soap, as shown in the diagram, tail of a soap will not be soluble in water, and the soap will align along the surface of the water with the ionic end in water, and the hydrocarbon, the tail, protecting out of water. Then, inside the water, these molecules have a unique orientation that keeps the hydrocarbon portion out of the water. Thus, clusters of molecules in which the hydrophobic tails are in the interior of the cluster and the ionic ends are on the surface of the cluster, and this formation is called a micelle. Soap in the form of micelle is able to clean since the oily dirt will be collected in the center of the micelles. The micelles stay in solution as a colloid and will not come together to precipitate because of ion-ion repulsion. Thus, the dirt suspended in the micelles is also easily rinsed away. The soap micelles are large enough to scatter light, and hence a soap solution appears cloudy. And this is the diagram for the respective discussion. Now, activity 4.11. Take about 10 ml of distilled water or rainwater and 10 ml of hard water, that is water from tube well or hand pump, in separate test tubes. Add a couple of drops of soap solution to both. Shake the test tube vigorously for an equal period of time and observe the amount of foam formed. In which test tube do you get more foam? In which test tube do you observe a white curdy precipitate? If hard water is not available in your locality, then prepare some hard water by dissolving hydrogen carbonates or sulfates. So, let us discuss the observation. Here, the test tube which contains distilled water produces foam, and the test tube with hard water forms curdy white precipitation. So this is one of the activity. Next, activity 4.12. Take two test tubes with about 10 ml of hard water in each. Add 5 drops of soap solution to one and 5 drops of detergent solution to other. Shake both the test tubes for the same time period. Do both test tubes have the same amount of foam? In which test tube is curdy solid foam? Let us discuss the observation. Solution of hard water and soap forms curdy white precipitation, and the hard water and the detergent forms foam. Why this happen? So let us discuss. Have you ever observed while bathing that foam is formed with the difficulty, and an insoluble substances, scum we can say, remains after washing with water? This is caused by the reaction of soap with the calcium and magnesium salts, which cause the hardness of water. Hence, you need to use a large amount of soap. This problem is overcome by using another class of compounds known as detergents as a cleaning agents. Detergents are generally sodium salts of sulfonic acids or ammonium salts with chlorides or bromides, ions, etc. Both have long hydrocarbon chain. The charged ends of these compounds do not form insoluble precipitates with the calcium and magnesium ions in hard water. Thus, they remain effective in hard water. Detergents are usually used to make shampoos and products for cleaning cloths. So, students, here we have completed our chapter. I hope you understood all the concepts of this chapter, like saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, then homogeneous series, nomenclature of the organic compounds, soaps, detergents, rings, chains of hydrocarbons, etc. very clearly. Thank you for listening.